Ooh-wee. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
And we
Who
got
better?
Henny in the building. So, Henny, what were you saying about the Pro Bowl? Henny. Well, Landlord.
Yes, sir.
What was you talking about with this Pro Bowl?
You know, we know the Pro Bowl don't mean a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I just want my players to get the proper respect that they deserve. And if you haven't been blind, you can see that Tyler Smith has been one of the better offensive linemen in football this whole entire year. And I feel like he got disrespected, man. I feel like he's supposed to made the Pro Bowl, man. I really do.
Yeah, that was the clearest snub of all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like he's been blocking people like 10 yards away from the plate for all year.
Yeah.
And you don't get a man a Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
At least an alternate or something, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, hopefully it pisses him off. But it also don't match the grades that been going around too. You know what I'm saying? Them grades have been really rewarding Tyler. Now, I don't subscribe to PFF grading ever. Not ever. All right? So I'm just saying all the grades, all the graders, including just all of them. Everybody had him ranked at the top. You know what I'm saying? So when it's just, how can you have that big of a discrepancy and then it not be seen by the people that make those decisions? So
exactly.
Anyway, so, man, we finna get into it, man. We got my OG Henny in the back. I don't know why I can't hear him, but we gonna get that fixed. Let's go.
I want to. Look, I-35 with the top down, quick to tell a hater they should get like me. Seem like everybody wanna be the boss, but it costs and these lames ain't like me. Drop a couple bands on the crypto fans, no make go. I ain't gotta tell them what it is. Tell them I'm a grown man, so you'll never fool me with the cap you be selling to the kids. Shorty, we the lords of the land, we wavy. Bad little mama tryna have a baby. In a coupe seat color like gravy. Children of the sun, why these so shady? Boss talk with the wolf pack, I ain't never look back. Got a couple bands and I flip that. I be chillin' with my shorty, got the crib on karate. Keep up, little baby, that's a kickback. Can't flex on the living hate free, but he say real, but I know that can't be. Payin' for the late fee, hit her from the side till I get home safely. Got 3 chains on me, neck strong in a checks long in a. I'm up now, and I make little baby feel good in the hood. Around you, shorty can't put a cup down.
What?
Glide through your hood like soap on a runway. No sleep, check a bag on a Sunday. Get it in the moment, I don't gotta say one day. Be cool, he don't really want gunplay. Slide to your side like a spoon on ice cream. Say I'm falling off, baby, that's a pipe dream. Everybody win when they ball for the right team.
Everybody win when you ball for the right team.
Tell them again.
Everybody win when you ball for the right team. If you on the right team, man, stand up. Let's go.
Let's get it. BC Funk, yes, sir. Who's standing on business,
My boy Landlord started something. He called you Slam Williams.
Yeah.
He wants to know, will you adopt that name from being a slam artist like how you did up from Detroit, man? When you think about adopting the name Slam Williams.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rent, for real. For real. For real. For real. For real.
Let's do it.
No liens on the whip, for real. get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. I'm trust source on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let
Yes, sir. Who better? Who better? Who do better? You know what I'm saying? If you knew better, you would do better. Ain't that what they say, boss?
Man, that's what they say.
I hope
Landlord.
you're picking up what we putting down, man. I hope they picking up what we putting down.
I do
man.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
I do
Because,
too.
you know, hey, this is a great opportunity for our Cowboys, man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel it, man. I feel rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? This is a great opportunity. I know your stance, boss. We had our conversations. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't feel too, you know what I'm saying? You got your own opinions on the home field advantage. But still, right now, I just feel like this is a huge opportunity for us to go do something great. This is the greatest setup. What your mama used to say, she used to make you go do your homework before you can go outside and play. If you do your work early, what that means? Now you can set yourself up for greatness throughout the season. So that's exactly what we've been doing. We set ourselves up, and now we just got one football game, one opportunity to seal the deal, boss. I feel great about this year. I'm sorry, I feel great about it, man. Let's go.
Man, my boy talking with his hands and everything. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel great about it, man. I feel great.
I'm glad you said something because I'm finna turn something to Henny and you because we gotta have this talk, bro. Let's have this grown man conversation.
But hey, is my sound back first?
You back? I heard you.
Oh,
you good? You sound fantastic.
You great.
I really want y'all to hear me. Be open-minded to what I'm getting ready to say. I think it's a tremendous mistake to oversell the home field advantage. Because Landlord, you know where I stand on that. I think it's junk science. I think it's completely trash science, right? But the thing is, it's a lot of fans that keep echoing it. They keep, oh man, when we at the house, we average 40, you know? But the problem with it, and this is the trap of it, whenever the Dallas Cowboys walk in and they overconfident, they get smacked. And if
this is true.
If we selling, oh, y'all just automatically better because you at the house. To me, we kind of sending a message out there that can have them overconfident and doing what Mike McCarthy talked about. He said the danger with this team is when we front runners and success. What's your thoughts on that, Henny?
Well, of course, I disagree with you wholeheartedly in regards to home field advantage. But, you know, I know that you always try to have a valid reason for why you're contrarian to such things.
Yep.
But my reason for it is very simple. It's because of the way that our offense is ran, right? Because Dak Prescott has better control over the offense when he is at home and he can verbalize and use his cadence. Right, I'm not even just talking about being at home for the sake of being at home. It's not like teams get worse when they come to AT&T Stadium, right? They are the same teams when they play over there. The difference is Dallas Cowboys. You look at the numbers. We use less motion when we go on the road. Right, we cannot use the cadence to the same effectively when we're on the road with the opposing fans being too loud for people to hear the signal changes. So our offense changes slightly when we're on the road as well, opposed to at home. So I would rather have Dak Prescott comfortable, able to get in and out of the play. Because even if you take a look at the game film from this last game, how many times did Dak Prescott change the protection or change the calls and get in and out of different sets by using his cadence, getting a hint of what the defense is doing, and then throwing a counterpunch at it? Like, I want that version of Dak Prescott to be ready and available to me. And I have not really seen that version of Dak Prescott on the road. So, you know, what you said is true. You know, a large majority of people hype the home field advantage just because they're at home. They feel like the Dallas Cowboys are these monsters, but they never talk about the why, the how, or
why.
Anything.
Right. Yeah, it's the overselling of it. Because I don't even really think we disagree when we really break down the details. Because I'm actually not saying home field is not an advantage. It is. And everything that you said is right. The thing that I'm saying is it's oversold, right? Because it's almost like a deaf person. When a person is deaf, they learn to live as a deaf person. When you've been on the road, you learn how to communicate without the verbals, right? You use the nonverbals, you use the
silent count,
the armband, and it becomes a natural part of what you do. So what I'm calling a junk science is the overwhelming advantage. Now, the thing that you saying that I also agree with, in this offense with Dak having way more control, right, and more audibles, the more he talk, the worse it's gonna be on the road. To your point, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that home field is not an advantage. I'm saying we shouldn't be preaching it to the point to where we kind of saying it like it's just automatic. It's gonna make this tremendous advantage. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think what Boss really saying is like it's an advantage, but it's just not as great of an advantage as other people make it out to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, my stance on it, and I just feel like, you know, I'm an odds kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I like my odds. Cause like if you the number one overall seed, you got like a 50-something chance odds to get to the Super Bowl. I think it's like 51 or 53, it's something like that. And then if you are number 2, your odds drop to 21%, but the other ones is just like, you know what I'm saying, like 4 and 5. Like it's very bad. Right. So I mean, if I'm gonna play the odds, you know, if I was a betting man, I still like my odds right though. You know what I'm saying? That's literally the best odds you can get.
It's the best
outside
odds
of the number one pick. So, and then if you go and look at the history of Super Bowl winners, they don't do well. Like the teams that win Super Bowls, they don't typically do it on the road like that. Like look at the teams who've been in the Super Bowl the last few years. Like KC, listen to this stat right here, and it's gonna tell you everything you need to know. We love Patrick Mahomes. We look at Patrick Mahomes like a young GOAT of this generation. You can't deny that. But Patrick Mahomes has not played a road playoff game. Let that sink in. He has not ever suited up for the playoffs on the road. That's why I have to say that, like, it does raise your chances a lot, y'all. It raises your chances a lot, and you know, it's just one of the formulas of success in the playoffs. Like the stuff that we ask the Cowboys to do at times is really, you know, it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? We wonder why we run our head to that brick wall and be at the house in the divisional round all the time. What I just told you, you got to do your work early. A few of them years we didn't do our work early, so we had to be on the road. Now this year, we done some of our work early. All we got to do is seal the deal, and we can have a better opportunity. I just like my chances at the house. I do, opposed to on the road. Now, the cases that Boss made is a great, valid point. I don't think you mentioned it, Boss. But far as when it was scientific, I love science. Science like my favorite subject since I was a kid. So I feel you on that. Yeah, I love science. So when you broke it down to science, when you was like, you can't make it a valid experiment if you didn't test it 100 times.
Here it is.
I can rock with that. Like that make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That make a lot of sense. But like I said,
can I explain
would take that
before you go.
Go ahead.
All right, because this is why I call it junk science, right? Because it's a mix of what everybody's saying. The thing about what everybody's saying is a lot of truth to what everybody's saying, right? It's a tremendous advantage to play at the house, but the way it's inflated right now, it's off a small sample. And according to college level stats, 17 is not a close enough sample size. Any sample has to approach a minimum of 100 to even be taken serious by any science statistician. So that's why somebody left a good comment, and it was a perfect comment. They said, yeah, a couple of years ago, we was on the road having better success than we are at home, you know? So this whole debate really started when basically I was saying, agreeing with Jay Tuck, that yes, home feeling is advantage, but more important is who you're playing. You know, that's the most important advantage, you know? So that it got spanned out of control, but that still remains true to me So I want to say that before you continued and explain why I was saying it's junk science. Because let me say one more thing too, real quick. Because it's these type of random, this is why we believe wearing a stripe on your helmet gives you advantage, or the colors, or if you playing on grass, or if the mascot. It's all kind of junk science because people taking small samples and making a trend, and a law out of it.
True. But like you said, I agree with that. But I probably put a little more of my faith in the odds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ride with the odds over
home. Yeah, home.
Yeah. I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Because look, the odds will represent stuff like this. Like I just said, most of the teams that go to the Super Bowl, look at the road that the Eagles had to go to just because they was the number 1 seed or whatever, or they was a high seed. They played, they was the number 1 seed. They had a bye, which everybody wins your bye, right? Then what they played the Giants. Do you feel like, I said this last year, I felt like they road was fraudulent, but everybody got mad at me because they went to the Super Bowl and played well, but they didn't play well throughout the whole road of the playoffs. They had an easy Giants game that we know for a fact our Cowboys would have won. Then they played a San Francisco team with no quarterback. So if you think about that, bro, like if you don't believe your team can do that, you just suffer from, failure. You just feel like we failures, and I beg to differ in that regard. So I just know for a fact my football team would have been able to win that game, man. I'm sure of it. So I'm just saying, like, I don't care about beating the big bad wolf and all that. Let's play the big bad wolf, the bully, so to speak, the 49ers with everything on the line. I feel like that'll make up for the last 2 years, in my opinion. If your Dallas Cowboys go up to Candlestick Park and go up there and beat the San Francisco 49ers for a Super Bowl trip, hey, the last 2 years are forgiven in my book. I'm good. Hey, all is forgiven to me. I wouldn't have nothing else to say about those last couple of years we lost to them, because that'll be Dak Prescott and I guess you could say Mike McCarthy, but that'll be Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy, Steve Young, monkey off the back type game. That'll be that. Like, they should literally react that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Play that out. Like, pull the monkey off of Dak back if we be able to get that done. So I feel like that'll be that type of game. So, hey, man. And, like, I think the only thing we had different, boss, in our argument or our discussion was, I was talking about the matchup that'll happen in round 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the only difference we had. Round 2,
we didn't even have no. We actually didn't have no difference.
I'm talking about the discussion. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I agree with you.
No, look.
Because it's that still coming down to matchups. I think you
was putting more emphasis on the first matchup.
That's all we was talking about.
The second one. Yeah, that's the only difference.
So, so for instance, if somebody say, what's the ideal situation for game 1, well, I'm looking at Tampa regardless of where we playing. Now, if you say, but how does that affect 2? Well, shit, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Round 2, that's
round 2 is different. So,
and I think that's the disconnect, because I think when people talk about having the 2 seed, I think people automatically think about the 2 home games that are possible for you.
Right.
So, and I think that's the disconnect.
That is the disconnect.
If you ask me which team the Dallas Cowboys would probably have the most success against if we played them, it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because they have one of the worst passing defenses in the National Football League, and you got Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Right. So that's the one thing I would think about, and and that still varies in between, like who you play in the 7th seed. Right. If we were to play the Rams again, I know a lot of people think the Rams are a tough matchup for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm actually more concerned about playing the Packers over the Rams. That I actually did a deep dive and looked at the numbers.
Really? Looked at how. Because, hey, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. I want you to sell this,
bruh. Let me tell you something, because we're talking about matchups, right?
Right.
We're talking about matchups. Who quarterback playing
this
better?
Is good. Right? Y'all better hit that like button, man.
Yeah.
Hit that like
See, this is out the box. Henny ain't saying nothing that everybody said. He said something different. Go ahead.
So let me ask you a question. Which one of those quarterbacks are playing better right now, Jordan Love or Matthew Stafford? Like, if you looked at just the Pro Bowl, or Matthew Stafford made a Pro Bowl, Jordan Love, better completion percentage, better passer rating, more touchdowns, less interceptions, right? So Jordan Love is actually playing better football than Matthew Stafford is right now, and he's mobile. Now, what kind of quarterbacks have the Dallas Cowboys have issues with in the past? A quarterback that can extend the play, a running quarterback. So that's actually a worse matchup at the quarterback position, because even if the offensive line, right, is really a toss-up between the offensive line. Neither one of them are world beaters right now. But Jordan Love can be utilized in the run game. He will take off running. He can get down the field and make plays. When you ask about the passing defenses, who has a better passing defense? The Green Bay Packers. I don't care about who can stop the run. We can't even run the damn football anyway. So if you look at the Rams, they still got one of the worst passing defenses in the National Football League. The Rams are close to top 10. They're like the 12th best passing defense in the league. So you're asking about overall matchups. I actually think the Rams are an easier matchup for the Dallas Cowboys, because I've seen what Dak Prescott can do against that defense. I've seen our ability to get to Matthew Stafford, who is not a mobile quarterback. Matthew Stafford is playing better. How? And with metric? and with metric, Matthew Stafford playing better. Matthew Stafford. If y'all look at team success, that's the only way you can say that Matthew Stafford is playing better football. That's the only way you can say that Matthew Stafford is playing better football, right? And even when you look at team success, the dude that makes that offense go was Kyron Williams, because they were a losing team before Kyron Williams came back. Kyron Williams rushed for damn near 1,200 yards in 11 games. that is the guy that makes that team go. Over here, that other boy, over here them other boys, they're still good, but Dylan ain't doing what Kyron Williams is doing. What's the other boy name with the dreads? AJ Jones ain't doing what Williams is doing right now. So overall, I think that the worst matchup for us is probably going to be the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go out here and beat the Dallas Cowboys. I still feel like Mike McCarthy's going to take that game very seriously. I think he's going to coach his ass off against them. Because one thing I will say, I think Mike McCarthy will be way more motivated to beat the Green Bay Packers after what happened last year with Kellen Moore. He had his opportunity to come back.
He's not going to sleep, Henny. He's not going to sleep.
He ain't gonna sleep. He had his opportunity to come back dressed as the ghost of Vince Lombardi. And that boy Kellen Moore just took his sauce away from him. That man came dressed to kill, and he walked out that mug with an L, because Kellen Moore did not know when to run the damn football. So I think
time out.
That boy is cooking, man. We gotta let him cook. What you doing? He cooking.
I was just about to give him his props. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Keep cooking.
I'm just saying. That's probably the game that got Kellen Moore ass put out of Dallas. What we're talking about it, right? That probably was the last straw. Like, he probably didn't say it right then, but in his mind, he knew he was not going to deal with that man no more. That was it. He signed his death certificate the moment he took that game away from him.
I gotta hit a button on this landlord real quick. God damn, that boy.
Your cards.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Look. I was just about to say, when the chef be, when you're grilling and stuff, you got the steak, and then you add a little of that cognac.
Yeah,
you cooking with Henny now, man. You cooking with that Henny,
bro.
You cooking with the Hennessy, man. You let that steak
anymore.
marinate in the cognac, man. That's what just happened.
It's Henny.
That's what just happened, man.
That's exactly what happened.
Because for real talk, because at first I was in the mindset of, the Green Bay Packers, they're a young team. They barely going to make it into the playoffs and everything else. And then I actually went and looked at the numbers over there. Like, them boys is balling. And listen, Jordan Love is doing that without a true number one wide receiver. He's doing that without a true number one wide receiver. All them boys over there are equally potent because he spread the ball around.
Okay, let's talk about it like this then. The one thing I'm with you on it slightly, because it's iffy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because who want to sign up to deal with McVay though? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it. Like, McVay, if anybody could trick you and pull off a miracle win, You know what I'm saying? I would put it on McVay. Like McVay could come up with a game plan that could just screw us. Like that's possible. And now we seeing reports that it look like the Rams are trying to play us. So I mean, like, hey, take that for what you want. You know what I'm saying? I was just about to say,
this is a very good discussion. I'm just sitting back.
The number 2 seed though, it kind of piggyback off what he was saying. The reason I like the number 2 seed is two reasons. Because you get 2 home games, right? And then you can't play the number 1 seed until the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like let's not act like we don't have a problem with the 49ers, man. Like we got to be real. I just say if we got to play them, let's play them for all the marbles. That's all. Mm-hmm. Instead of meeting them in the first round, meeting them in the second round, let's play them with everything on the line. And I feel a little better about it. Hey, who knows? It could be the monk off the bat. So that's 2 big benefits to that number 2 seed. Like it's no way you can play them without that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can play that.
What was them balloons?
Do that
again, bro.
I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of nobody
Hold on.
But
I saw some balloons. What did you just do?
I didn't do it. I don't know why I be doing that. Maybe I hit a milestone.
He probably hit a milestone on YouTube. And the only thing I was going to say real quick before y'all take it over about the Rams wanting to play us, I don't even think that's the motive. How old is Matthew Stafford?
80.
Exactly. How old is Aaron Donald?
100.
How old is Cooper Kupp? Knees. I ain't gonna talk about him. How old is Cooper Kupp knees?
Ligaments.
So
shout out to ligaments in the chat.
So they're one of, and real talk though, they are one of the older teams that are going to the playoffs. They're not like us. So you know, in terms of us, we clinched the playoff spot, but we can win this game and get 2 home games. They know they going on the road regardless of what they do. So in my opinion, they probably value the health and rest of their veteran players over going out there and winning this game. They know they got to go win 3 road games to win if they the 6th seed or the 7th seed. And
this gonna be quick though. Go ahead. I was just about to say this gonna be quick though. I will say this. I just looked at the Rams schedule. That's what I was doing over here. And they really don't got a legitimate win either. Like, I ain't saying like, I'm talking about like an impressive win. Like, okay, that was impressive. We seen Green Bay beat the Chiefs in prime time. You know what I'm saying? That's their best win. I guess let me see, the Rams ain't really got no notable win where you will be like, okay, now that's a good win. They played some good games. They played some good games. They played some good games.
This is some good ass shit.
We already beat the doors off at the house too. So you gotta take all that.
I'm with you on that, Henny. Just to co-sign what you're saying, I think the smarter teams are not falling for the wee-woo of we have to finish strong. We have to go into the playoffs hot. Like managing 17 games is different. Oh shit. Mm-hmm.
We didn't seen the Cowboys do all of that stuff, man. Yeah. I'm tired of all the theories and the strategies, man. Let's just go and play Cowboy football and win, man.
Fact.
Because last year, did we go into the playoffs hot?
Hell
no. What we did when we
got smoked by Washington. Treated that game
what
like
we
preseason.
did when we went. What we did when we went in the playoffs, though.
We smoked Tampa like that.
We had a historic.
That killed the theory. You know the theory. You gotta go to the playoffs hot. No, last year it killed it. Like for everybody that believes that, Henny is right. Managing 17 games is totally different than managing 16. And you trying to, especially if you got an older team like what he was saying, you're gonna probably do things that's different that your fans might not even like.
And you can't even withstand an injury right now either. You take a real injury right now, he out for 2 years.
Yeah, so you got
coming back to the next year.
Management December has gotten softer, but I agree with it. I think management of December is more so science versus philosophy. Also, Stargazer in the building. What's up, Star?
What's up?
Shout out to Star.
Amp is also in the building, man. Shout out to the content.
What's happening?
Man.
So now.
Well, they did beat the Browns. The Browns a decent win, right? They beat the Browns. That's a decent win.
They beat the Browns and they swept Seattle. So those are probably the 3 best games. If Seattle,
I give them Seattle and the Browns, but I seen Green Bay beat the Chiefs in prime time. And like I know I'm not acting like the Chiefs is this great team. I'm talking about the psyche of that. Cause that's not easy. We know that. This a young quarterback. Was they on the road? I think the Chiefs was in Green Bay. But still, it's just the psyche of it. Mm-hmm. This young player is going up against Patrick Mahomes on prime time. And he beat him. Like, I think that's a nice signal for a young guy trajectory of his career. So, hey, man, I ain't taking nobody for lightly. Like, bro, if you a Cowboy fan, man, I'm up here. Every game is a nail biter for me from now on. I'm up here like, so I see triple zeros on the clock. That's how serious I'm taking every moment, man, because I've seen my team squander these moments. I've seen us not seize the moment. So I'm not finna sit up here and act like nothing is guaranteed. But like I'm just saying, I just feel like I would side with the odds because that's all I got right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go off the history. Do you? You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
History changes. We don't want to go off the history, though, because like I just said, a perfect example, Michigan lost 7 straight bowl games, and then they go and beat Alabama. History changes, bro. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and that goes back to junk science.
Yeah.
That goes back to junk science. Hold on real quick. Star said, love is definitely with the shits. Hold on, I got to hit a button when you say stuff like that.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
That boy with the shit, yeah.
So here we go.
Look, we all, us old school football players and football minds, we respect a quarterback that got to marinate for a few years.
Yeah.
We know that they'll be a better product.
Yeah.
We had one.
Yeah.
We seen Romo. Right. When Romo touched the scene, he was hard. You know what I'm saying? Because he sat down for a while. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we respect it. That's old school. Check this out.
Facts.
You already know.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really
Let's
him.
Get it.
Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really.
Got the him. We gotta talk about this game a little bit from any standpoint, but we talking about him. So what's the him of this game? And remember, Henny, him can be anything. It don't have to be the Commanders, dog.
Oh man, you already got him up there. I see Timothy Turner right there by Who's Him. You got Who's Him pictured already on the thumbnail, because Who's Him in this game is one Rain Dakota Prescott. So to fill y'all in on what's going on with Dak Prescott, he has the opportunity to end the season leading the NFL in touchdown passes. So Brock Purdy is the closest person to catching him. He is not going to play this upcoming game against the Los Angeles Rams. Sam Darnold will play. So Dak Prescott with a couple of touchdowns will cement himself as the league leader in touchdown passes. Right? I forget the statistic for it, but it's been a very long time since somebody led the NFL in interceptions and turned right back around and led the NFL in touchdown passes. So Dak Prescott is going to be him. He'll be going up against the 30th ranked passing defense in National Football League with injuries. There may not be a Jonathan Allen. There may not be a Kendrick Fuller. They may be out there on their last legs in terms of defense. So Dak Prescott might throw for 4 touchdowns in the first half and be sitting his ass on the sideline in that fourth quarter hat early. So that's really what I want him to be. We need to win this game, and we also need to leave this game relatively healthy. So let Dak Prescott sling that whole round, give CeeDee Lamb about 20 first half targets, call it a day, and we can all go on about our business. So Timothy Prescott.
Him Duncan. Yes, sir. I feel the same way, man. You know, I'm rocking with young Ryan Dakota, man. He's been him throughout the whole season. He's had, you know, statistically one of his better seasons, you know, even though I don't want to be numb to his greatness, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was about to say something disrespectful, but because, bro, this is normal Dak to me. I'm not up here like oohing and ahhing at this year like that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I expect from Dak Prescott when he plays his form of his style of football, when he's utilized in the correct ways. So I'm not up here like he didn't show me nothing for real. He pretty much legitimized what I thought. He kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He just made a check mark on there like, yeah, that's correct. That's all he did because this is who I thought he was to begin with. This is why we made all these campaigns going against the last regime and Kellen Moore, who was holding them back with this timing-based system. This is the reason. Listen here, man. We got to go and say, hey, the South got something to say, boss, because we was the ones telling them folks to free Dak Prescott. These are the fruits of our labor, boss. I think we need to really think about that. These are the fruits of our labor.
Clap for ourselves.
Shout out to us, bro. These are the fruits of our labor. This is why you got the best version of Dak Prescott statistically and consistently. You know what I'm saying? Now, the biggest difference is maybe the consistency because we've seen swings in that game because of the coaching staff, because of the way they call plays, and because of the way they carry themselves. But let's make no mistake about it. This is normal Dak Prescott business right here. This is who he is. So now this year is even more who he is. Like you see him running and manipulating the pocket at different places and, you know, scrambling. This is really who Dak is, not the other years. This is really who Dak Prescott is. And one more thing, this is why we stood on business last year about the interceptions, right? We were still banging for Dak. Bro, we done went through wars for these fruits right here that we bearing right now. We done went through wars for this. We done went through all kind of criticism, all kind of laughs, and all kind of jokes, and all kind of viral tweets and viral moments, all kind of videos, and all kind of analysts on BSPN talking crazy about our quarterback. But these are the fruits of our labor right here because we had the courage to stand on business about this truth. We knew that wasn't a proper representation of Dak Prescott, and that's why we getting the best version right now, and that's why he is him. And I feel like he's going to take us to the promised land, and it's going to start Sunday against the Commandos. That's why he is him dunking, baby. Let's get it. We don't give ourselves enough credit, boss. We don't. We be out here thugging and banging for our squad. You know what I'm saying? We be banging. Do you know how hard it was to bang for Dak when he throwing interceptions left and right? But we knew it wasn't his fault. We had to bang on people about that. We had to make film sessions. We put in work. We showing everybody that this is not really him. You know what I'm saying? We had to go against a number one offense, boss. You know the struggles it was.
Yes.
All these so-called experts and analysts, bro. All these so-called experts and analysts going against us, talking about we crazy because Kellen Moore offense is this and is that.
Ooh.
These are the fruits that bear from that label, man. I'm happy that my content creator space that y'all was so, you know, nice to let me be a part of. Bruh, I'm glad we bang the way we do, man. I'm proud to be a part of this space because y'all, I see people stand on business over here, man.
Yeah,
I see people stand on business over here, bro.
That's what makes us different right there, what you just said.
For real.
We stand on business.
For real. We willing to bang against anybody if it's right and it's for the betterment of this football team.
Even
straight up.
See,
straight up.
Peapod Henny was like, I all the way disagree. Didn't like, hey,
respectfully, you know what I'm
saying? But that's what make that's what make us all better. You better have a sharp knife when you over here, and you better have a solid bullet in your pistol, cause hey, you gonna get shot, and
you better come correct.
You better come correct, cause you gonna have to. You gonna get cross-examined over here. It's for real. It's part of the
They
space.
just need to know we wouldn't be in this situation without them wars we fought. That's why we got battle scars right now.
Facts.
Because of this is what we fought for.
We got stripes. More than battle scars, we actually earned stripes. See, that's the thing I like, is that at first people was hating what I was saying on Kelly. Boss is negative. I hate his channel. Boss is, he's. So now when he got fired, it was 800 people watching. I ain't never had that many people watch. You know what I mean? Why? Because they was like, damn, Boss stood on it and it wasn't popular. Landlord stood on it. It wasn't popular. Like what my boy Henny did, boss. I all the way disagree. See, we respect that over here. See, I didn't get him on feelings when he said that. I ain't like, hold on, this is boss land. You ain't supposed to disagree with the host. What the fuck you doing? Hey, you know your place. We can't have him as a guest anymore. Nah, it don't work like that over here, man. He was cross-examining my point, and I had to stand on it. That's how I go. Yeah. Let me give
this
my
ain't no yes man business over here. It ain't no yes man business over here.
No, sir. Let me get my him.
Big Mike Soprano in the building.
Big Mike Soprano. This is it, Mike.
Done.
You got to put it together now. You got to put it together. See, because this is the deal. Like, I can look at everybody underneath you. It's on you now. It's on you. See, because we still got some issues that we still trying to clean up that ain't clean yet. Right? So, attention to detail is not clean yet. Discipline is not clean yet. So, as we going into the game against Washington, I want to see you clean. I want to see the Dallas Cowboys clean. I want to see the digital details. I don't want to see the fumble by Hunter. I don't want to see my boy Pollard at the 1 yard line and don't put his head down and plow and treat a goal line like you're supposed to. I don't want to see CeeDee Lamb stretching for a pylon and fumbling and losing 6 points. It's time to get it clean. The him that need to be the him to me is the head guy. Because as we go into the playoffs, you gotta finally show that we are truly ready and put away Washington. I don't want no good game. I want Dak having that hat on by the mid-third quarter. You have that much talent. You him and you gotta be him.
Boss, I don't think you could have said that better. And I'm gonna be honest. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's nobody in the space banging harder for Mike McCarthy than me. Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if nobody banging harder for him than me.
Yeah.
Real talk. I stand on business about Big Mike Soprano.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this. This will be an unforgivable offense. I'm sorry. I know that sounds crazy, but man, the magnitude of this football game, this will be like, I don't know if I can come back from this. You know what I'm saying? If you lose this football game, man, just like you said, this is a Big Mike game.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. This is a Big Mike game. You have no reason to let this game squander away. You have no reason to. Yeah. And I feel like this will be this will be a breach of trust right here. I wouldn't be able to go back. And I'm banging the hardest for Mike McCarthy. I argue with people on air, everywhere about Mike McCarthy.
Of trust?
Yes. I trust him. I trust him to be able to be this coach that then came in here and done what he's done with a great resume. But this is your biggest moment. If you can't seal the deal on this, man, I don't know if I can look at him the same, man. And this my guy.
Hey,
this
but
my
Landlord,
guy.
You got to be him, bro.
Let me say this. You call him Big Mike Soprano, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even Tony got whacked.
Ooh! wait, say, man.
Hey, drop the bomb on that one.
Man, say, let me get
so anybody can get it. That what you saying here? Anybody can get it.
Listen, man. Hey, I love that.
He got to go sleep with the fishes, HTM. He got to sleep with the fishes, man.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. But I will piggyback on what Landlord just said. Everything is in front of you, right? And you know, I know. And matter of fact, percentages do actually fit into your notion of the hundreds, though, boss. Right? In NFL history, the percentage of teams that win Super Bowls from the 2 seed is like 20-some%. From the 5 seed in NFL history, it's like 4. So, like, you greatly increase your odds of getting the grand prize of winning a Super Bowl by getting the 2 seed. So if he cannot go out there and beat a team that we're not even sure they want to win the damn game.
Right.
We're not even sure if they want to win the damn game. Because they got the number 2 overall seed right now. Right? They could draft Drake May. They could get the boy that just won the Heisman out of LSU. They could completely change the trajectory of their franchise by holding on to that pick and not winning this game. If you lose to this team that on accident, right? It's gonna be an accident if you lose to this damn team. We might have to whack your ass, my guy. We might have to come to your house while your wife and kids are gone, and take you on a trip to the boat, and you ain't come back home, cuz we're going on a fishing trip. We're going on a fishing trip, man, and you just fell overboard. I don't know what happened.
Tony Soprano. Man, pause is going crazy real quick. Hey, I'm gonna flip the subject one more time, bro.
Let's do it.
All right,
this is great, man. I'm enjoying this.
Let's keep it
going.
All
y'all gotta support this content, man. Make sure y'all support this, man.
Hey, and I'm going to also say this, man. With no bias against the other shows that I produce, I think this show put it all together, man. For real. Like, I mean that. Like, from just all the details. I just want to just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just how everybody mixing their talents to make this show is dope. For real. Like,
dope,
yeah, bro. For real. So anyway,
the flow is crazy.
The flow is crazy, man, and just the organization, the chat, everybody, man, just everybody participate. I want to say something and get y'all talk on this. I've been kind of hammering on Governor Dak versus Spicy Dak.
I seen that title the other day. I didn't get to catch the show though. I seen that title. I said, I ain't get to. I said, boss over there starting some mess right now.
I ain't even starting no mess, bro. I'm just looking at something, and it's not even just about Dak. It's about the over delegation that I think is a kind of risk, you know. So, you know, we made a joke on the final word that we call Bowtie Dak Governor Dak. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Dak that be clean as hell with the new lady, that's Spicy Dak, but we equated that to his game. So I want to play something from Hanging with the Boys, right? And then just kind of have this discussion, because I trust that we can kind of debate this through in a healthy way. But y'all listen and we go talk about it.
This is a pesky little kid, man. All right, let's go back to the phones. Chris, who's up?
We have Dennis in Rockport, Texas.
Dennis, Rockport, that's south, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how's it going, Dennis?
It's going great. My house is about a mile from the water, from the beach.
Nice.
I call it paradise.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous.
And no worries. Hey, real quick, I have a two-part question. We have a big fan base for Cowboy Nation. We know a lot about football, the ups and downs. As you talked about, I've been a fan since '76, so I know the ups and downs. But I have a question regarding the offensive play calling. That's the elephant in the room. Do we think, or do you think, one, is it McCarthy's ego? Because he's had some questionable play calling and clock management, in my opinion. Whenever we're long and down in distance, instead of doing something quick to get away from the blitz that is in Dak's face, he's continuously trying to go deep routes, and Dak's getting eaten up. I know we trust the system and have faith in the system, or else we wouldn't call the plays. However, do we think that he's not wanting to I guess, concede and say, hey, they're coming up the middle too fast, we need to do a quick slant or a quick pitch? I just, as a fan, it's obvious, you know, that Dak's getting these guys in the face. These guys are doing 10-route posts, 15-yard route posts, and so forth. So as a fan, it gets kind of frustrating, but it's easy to be the couch quarterback. So I just wanted you guys' opinion. You guys are great, and I'll let you guys go.
Well, you talking, and we looking right at Dak getting sacked. Lord Jesus. Yeah, Cowboys night. What is that? 13 sacks allowed since Week 14.
Yeah,
for seventh most in the NFL.
Dak,
the NFL Network.
Thank you, Dennis.
Great question. Along with the offensive line and the running backs and Dak, at different times, each one of them have done great things. But as we get closer and closer to the playoff, it's been more and more on Dak's back. Dak is going to have to maybe change your play, go into a quicker slant, get a quicker release, or just throw it away as the games get bigger, as the teams get tougher. And because, you know, Coach McCarthy can call what he wants, but Dak's job, and especially in this offense that we run, this is for him to get them in the best play possible. You know, and remember now, down and distance going to determine a lot. If it's 3rd and 10, that 5-yard quick slant may not do it. You know.
So when they're calling plays, they usually give Dak 2, right? To one from the other.
Yes.
Will he ever get up the line and be like, neither one of these is going to work?
And and a lot of times. Unless coach say stick with it.
Unless coach say what?
Stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
He can change the play.
He can change it up.
And that's why a lot of times we go up there and he'll look around. That's why they get out of the huddle early. So he can look around and see how these plays fit up or what's his pre-read. The game ain't easy, man. The game is not the game.
Yeah. So the reason why I said that, because I want to highlight to where he said, unless Mike said stick with it. So I was making a case, and I really want to hear from both of y'all because I trust y'all analytical ability. I was saying everywhere else except the middle 8 or 2-minute or 4-minute offense, I think game management should be on Mike McCarthy. And I think all critical decisions should be on Mike McCarthy. I'm just thinking it's just too much delegation on this team. Like, for instance, it's not even, that's why I said it's not even just Dak. It's Fossil being able to go for a block punt, which didn't fit the situation. You know what I mean? And then you got to go over there and say, why did you do that? No. He should have cleared that with you. You know?
He should have knew not to do that.
He should, it should have been when he would have ran it by you. Fake punt right here? No. Why did he have the authority to do that on his own? And why are we putting management on Dak in a new offense, especially even with the governor offense? This is the key. With the governor offense, we was number 1 in 10 play drives. It was already perfectly made for the middle 8 or the last 4 minutes of a half or the last 4 minutes of a game. Am I tripping? I'm going to start with you, Henny.
I actually don't think you're tripping because that is one of the key things. I understand that Mike McCarthy is the play caller, but you're the head coach. At the end of the day, when life or death scenarios arise, because remember, we're moving to the postseason, single elimination, it's do or die. So we're going to be in life and death scenarios every single week going forward.
Right.
When stuff like that, it comes up, it's time for you to take command of your team. Like you're captain and commander of the Dallas Cowboys as a whole. I understand that you're very flexible. I understand that you respect the talent of your coordinators, but at the end of the day, they all report back to you, and anything that they do will be reflected upon you. So if you do not want John Fossil going rogue and calling fake, calling punt blocks out of nowhere and getting 15-yard penalties, change the trajectory of a game, you need to have that talk with him prior. Right, same thing with Dan Quinn. Like I understand, like I know you want to let Dan Quinn cook, but I would have went to Dan Quinn and told him you better stop the goddamn run when we were playing Buffalo Bills. You better put one of them safeties on the bench, my guy. I need to see every linebacker we got because it was not working. So you need to make some OG. Listen, we can't sit here and call him Big Mike Soprano and he not acting like the boss.
Ooh. Hey,
like,
wait.
I think you went a little too far, my guy here.
You got fire.
Don't do my guy like that.
Hey,
wait a minute now.
Fire.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Wait. You know I'm not standing for that.
Hold on, man. Landlord.
We just started.
You right, but I just don't like it. You right, I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest with you. That's my guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? What they say, you gotta ride with the guy right or wrong sometimes. Don't do my guy like that, bro.
I'm with you here. I'm walking with you, man. Forget Landlord.
Wait till I make my case, though. Wait till I make my case.
Hey, but hear me out, though, man. But hear me out. Like there's a time and place for everything, right? You can delegate some stuff in a game against the Carolina Panthers, where you're a damn near 20-point favorite in the eyes of the public. You can delegate some shit there. I ain't tripping. If you want Dak Prescott to call the plays that game, you can do so. Yeah. But in a game for the division, in a game to go to the next round of the postseason,
you got to make the decision.
Exactly. Mike McCarthy fingerprints need to be over everything. He need to be everything from the most minute detail. Right. He needs to let Dak Prescott know, hey, from quarter 1 to quarter 3, we're going to be ultra aggressive until we get a lead. Fourth quarter, if we have a double-digit lead, I want us to go strictly 5 to 4 minute offense. And people don't understand what 5 or 4 minute offense is. That pretty much is ball control. I want to eat as much clock as humanly possible. First downs are more important than anything else in the world. First downs are more important than points at that moment.
Yes.
So you need to have that conversation flat out be very transparent with your players and your coordinators, so they know how to react, what you're expecting, how you're trying to play it, and that's where the complementary football comes from. You having control. All right, I'm gonna have my offense do this, so I'm gonna get my defense prepared. Hey, defense, offense is going to be on the field for X amount of time. You're only going to have to defend these dudes one more time, right? You only got to go on the field one more time. All you got to do is defend a 10-point lead, because we're going to go out here and get X amount of points, X amount of minutes, and we'll go from there. You can't really have that if Dak Prescott is taking kill shots. If he's taking kill shots on second and long. Right, so you should have had that spoken with Dak Prescott from the jump. He did come back and say, like he should have verbalized that better with Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
right. He admitted it, and Dak Prescott also in his own words admitted he got a little greedy too. Right, so there's faults on both ends. Both sides, yeah. But that's why I say proper preparation prevents poor performance. You need to have that man prepared for that moment. He should have knew what was going on before he took the field. Because remember, 2-minute warning had already happened. Right. So you were already behind the sticks coming out of the 2-minute warning. So you should have told Dak Prescott to take every check down if need be at that point.
Right.
So y'all go ahead though.
Nah, man, you cooking your ass off, man. I don't rush people when they cooking.
Hey, we cooking with cognac, man. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. Hey, you cooking with the cognac.
I had to even add the film because you was in context of the 2 minutes. I said, let me go ahead. He killing it right now. Did you have something on that, Landlord? Obviously.
Of course I did. Okay. First and foremost, don't talk about Big Mike Soprano like that, man. Good grief. But look, you're right. I'm gonna give you man, Hen, you was cooking. You made a lot of great points. But
appreciate it.
Slight pushback, of course. Listen, the same stuff that make you laugh, make you cry. Okay. I gave Mike McCarthy a lot of credit for being a person with an open door policy. Mm-hmm. We've had stubborn people in here that didn't want to listen to nothing and just drive us into a ditch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I've gave Mike McCarthy a lot of credit for being a delegator, so for actually considering what his players say. So how could we penalize him for the same thing? Now I agree what you're saying. Like we definitely need to do it in these critical situations. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna just drag them because it's actually benefited us more than it hurt us. Think about that. If Mike wasn't a delegator, your offense would have been the same that it was in San Francisco.
Yep.
You would have had that same offense throughout the whole year.
And like
if Mike wasn't
Moor.
a delegator,
yeah.
If Mike wasn't a delegator, he would have let Kellen Moore just ruin everything, and he got him out of here. If Mike wasn't a delegator, Brandon Cooks would have never fit into this offense. Like he actually let Brandon Cooks come into his office, give him some recommendations, and take it into consideration. So this is one of those catch-22s, man. Like this the only reason why we successful. I feel like this is one of the reasons why we successful, because he's a delegator, because he's not stubborn, because he actually take other people's ideas into consideration in his leadership. I feel like you gotta be a leader who can take other people's ideas into consideration to be a great leader. Like a stubborn leader, I don't look at that as a great leader, because leader, I'm trying to tell you that they ambushing us from the back, but you don't want to listen to me. So now we all falling, we all failing. You got to be able to take your head of security, your other generals' ideas into consideration. That's what makes you a great leader, not being stubborn, actually taking other stuff into consideration. So like, I just feel like this is one of those moments where it's a catch-22. Both sides, you gonna either the same stuff that make you laugh, make you cry, man. It do. The same stuff that I just feel like at the same time, most of the other stuff is actually benefited us more than it hurt us though. But like at the same time, he definitely need to tighten up in those critical moments though. Like it's a little too loosey-goosey. I give you that.
Okay.
It's a little too loosey-goosey.
And that's all I was saying.
That's all I'm saying.
And listen, you are 100,000% correct. 100,000% correct about everything you said.
Hold on, Henny, can I show it? Yeah, just real quick. But don't forget your point. I just want to show the open door policy that Landlord did a good job of explaining. This is Dak on NBC.
It feels like you are moving more by design, but also spontaneously, and also throwing the ball down the field a little bit more. Is that true?
That's definitely true. I mean, going back to San Fran game and really before that, we want to be aggressive, and you've got to take your shots. And I don't think we were doing that early enough. I mean, Coach McCarthy would be the first to say that.
Going to your point right there, Landlord. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That they obviously had a talk with him. You know what I mean? So about being more aggressive, because this is him talking about going from Governor Dak to Spicy Dak, or going from that first part of the year where it was very safe, very low percentage throws, to now it's very vertical, very aggressive, backing people up. So now we agree with you, but it's more so.
I don't remember nobody talking to Kellen Moore getting no straightening. Kellen Moore was the done over him.
But
Kellen
Henny
Moore
is
was the done over
saying,
him.
and I didn't want to. Henny was actually making a point. Henny, I didn't mean to cut you off. What was you saying, bro?
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, because y'all are hitting the nail on the head. So when y'all hitting all the points, I ain't really got to say shit. I can just sit up here and enjoy the good conversation. But just to continue on to what we were talking about in regards to that, if Mike McCarthy had an issue or about personalities or control, Dan Quinn wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? Like having
that's
a guy,
another delegation.
Go ahead. Having a guy like Dan Quinn who got skins on the wall, he put together the Legion of Doom. They won a Super Bowl with him as an defensive coordinator. He went to a Super Bowl as a head coach, and you got that dude on your coaching staff reading over your shoulders, right? You go in and out every day with him on the roster. So if he was a guy that wasn't confident in himself, and willing to delegate some power, that dynamic right there when it exists, right? So I give Mike McCarthy all the flowers in the world for what he's done. I just want occasionally when the situation calls for it, when the situation calls for it, that's when I want you to bring it back in, man. Like
you need to tighten it up a little bit.
Turn the knob just a little bit. Just turn the knob.
And tighten it up.
It's the same thing like at my job, man. I got a lot of free range. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a super cool boss that's like a family member. But when it's time to handle business, you know what I'm saying? Like I usually can do what I do. And when it's time to handle business, he'll pull me through. Like, hey, we need to get this, and this with the rule, man. I need you for this. So that's like they're putting that in real life. Like you can have a yard worth of a yard or a mile worth of rope with the balls, but at the same time, they still need to get a little pull on your shit every now and again.
Facts. So y'all already know, man, we got to pay the bills. But before we pay the bills, yes or no, does he need Landlord? This for you. Is he delegating too much? Yes or no?
Slightly. I mean, especially in those critical situations. Like I said, I feel like it's the same things to make you laugh, make you cry at the same time. He just got to find a better balance.
I asked you that because I want to make sure we saying the same things then.
Of course, y'all dead right. Dead right. But
I'm only talking about 3%, bro. Like,
that's exactly. That's your percentage is exactly what the problem is. Cause look how hard I had to go to show y'all why the 97% was still legitimate. Yeah. And it only affected us a small amount of the time. Right. That percentage make a lot of sense. Yeah. You did a great job with that, boss. Yeah, that's a great job.
And I wanna iterate, I wanna really emphasize this. It's not just Dak in a 2-minute or the middle 8. It's Fossil. It's his over delegation with his defense. These are the conversations I hope they have going.
I think Dan a little more delegated. What you think?
Yes.
On his defense, he a little more than Mike.
Man, see, that's what I'm saying,
Al Harris do a lot throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, because Dan Quinn is he's a player's coach.
Yeah,
and like I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's not even on the sideline.
It's kind of hard to. I'm old school, so I can't speak on what's more effective for younger players, but I know. Your coach word posed that I was a young man playing football, but your coach word used to make you tremble a little bit. Like, dang, coach said what? Like, you know what I'm saying? You had a little respect on what coach said. So it went all about we ain't just lollygagging, lounging, and kicking it with coach. You know what I'm saying? Like coach demanded another respect. It was a big title, like your reverend, like coach, reverend. You know what I'm saying? Like he had respect on his title. Like you didn't play with your coach like that, man. You respected what your coach told you to do. So I come from a different ilk of time like that. You know what I'm saying? We operated in a different way. So I can't say what's more effective for this young generation though. So I just, bow out gracefully on that. I don't know. I don't know how to handle these young guys like that in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Let's pay some bills, y'all.
Double up. The money I color up. Double up. The money I color.
Boss Land.
Super chats.
All right, man. So it's time to deal with the people who donated to the channels, where they want to amplify their voices. See, that's the whole point of super chats. Like every chat is important. Everything that every one of y'all say is important. But when you put money with it, that means you really want us to address it. So that's what we doing. We finna address all y'all super chats. So Henny, you wanna kick yours off? Landlord, you wanna kick yours off? Or y'all?
I'll start it.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I only got one, and it's from my boy Coach Moor. He sent $2 super chat, but he wanted me to ask y'all this question. He said, "I have a question. Why is Hooker and D. Wilson on the field 6% of defensive snaps? I watched the film. This to be addressed." Henny.
That's a good question. I think the reason for this is I think Mike McCarthy, Big Nickel, is addressing the trend of the league to have a lot of 11 personnel. Right, and a lot of it's a spread offense now, so you trying to keep them bulky linebackers from getting caught up in automatic mismatches. So sometimes the best way to do that is to have a hybrid guy. So I think the birth of Big Nickel was more so based on a trend of the offense is going on, and that's why you seeing 60-70% safeties in the game. This is a counter to what the offense has been doing as a trend. Now, if the offenses as a trend begin to now go counter to that and they begin to run the ball, they begin to get fullbacks and they begin to blast them little linebackers, I think you're going to see a revert back to traditional based defenses. That would be my answer to that super chat.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
I mean, I agree with that. Go ahead, go ahead, Len.
No, it's the my only super chat right now was the same thing. So Coach Ma asked the question on my channel too.
He wanted it
with the $5 super.
He wanted it out there, didn't
he stood on business with that question. So yeah, it's the same question. That's the one. That's the only one I got over here.
Yeah, and I got a couple over here. So let me just knock mine out real quick, and then we'll get on the phones before we get up out of here. Chris 214 said, "Will Mike run if teams dare him to? Any concerns?" Yes, Mike McCarthy will run if teams dare him to. You remember that's how he got caught up in the early games. Remember? It was one of them games, I can't remember which one. But we was like, man, you kept running the ball and then we was in a 2-minute offense. And he came out, he was like, man, that's what they was giving me, and I tripped out. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happened earlier this year, so yes, he got a track record of doing that. So he will take what the defense give him. My other super chat came from D Shift. He said 3 years of 12-5. So how do you feel we've grown? Ooh, good question.
I got that. I got this one. Offensively,
that's a good question.
Offensively, I think Dak Prescott is a better quarterback. Like, I think Mike McCarthy has had a positive effect on your signal caller. Because, like you said, we seen Dak Prescott put up similar numbers, but I don't think I ever seen Dak Prescott this efficient, in my opinion, in regards to how he's back to utilizing his legs and athletic ability after the initial 2.3 seconds that he always preaches about, right? And, I wanted to just throw this out there. I don't want y'all to take this lightly. I know, do y'all not remember the 4-year stretch with Jason Garrett where we went 6-10, 8-8, 8-8, and 8-8? Mike McCarthy got us 12-5, 3 consecutive seasons, and we're not even batting an eye about it. Right? Our standards for our standards for the Dallas Cowboys have changed at this point. We ain't used to shit like this. We ain't like some of our younger fans ain't never seen this. The last time we went 12-5 in back-to-back seasons was in the 90s. And we were winning Super Bowls. So, like this is a different pedigree, a different this is a different standard right now for the Dallas Cowboys. We're mad about McCarthy because we haven't won a Super Bowl yet. We were mad at Jason Garrett for not making the playoffs.
Ooh.
It's levels to this stuff right now, man. So
we better, bro.
We're a much better, much more consistent team. Yes. Like we may drop a game here or a game there. We're still gonna win double digit games. We're not gonna finish under 500.
We getting cracks at it. We getting more cracks at it now.
And that's all that actually matters.
What he
Good
said.
Shit, Good
mean, that was great. To piggyback off what he said, though, is it easy to do the impossible one time or 3 times? You know what I'm saying? It's harder to do it more than once. Anybody could have a lucky break, you know what I'm saying? Do one thing one time, one hit wonder type vibes. But you get into a different, category when you start doing it consistently over year after year after year. Your Cowboys has been one of the better football teams in the league. What then you say he almost like about to break a record for the wins as a Cowboys coach? Far as since some people, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. That's what I mean.
Let me pull up the exact stat because I know I have it in this phone of mine. So give me 2 seconds to find it.
Yeah, so he's on the verge of doing some. Yeah, he's on the verge of doing some legendary stuff. And one could really ask the same question. This question came to me by myself in my head when I was looking at it. If you say, wait. This came to me in a dream or something. I don't know. It came
wait, you said wait.
It came to me by myself in my head. Yes. I created this problem. This finna be quick.
I found it too whenever you finish.
That's dope.
Look, it's the same thing. It's the same parallel with the team. And you can say the same thing about Michael Parsons. He had 13 sacks as a rookie.
Yeah.
I feel like that's easier because nobody had tape on him and nobody game plan for him. So are you gonna say he didn't grow because the second year he repeated that? That's even harder. Now they game planning for him. Now they doing this. Now they doing that. Then you got the third year, right? He did it 3 times in a row. So I mean, you just because his numbers say the same thing, the level of difficulty has risen over the time. So that's why it's still considered as being great. And it's not like he's not getting better. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing if you look at Michael Parsons' production compared to the team. That's what I was thinking about.
So it's just like on a video game. You put up 30 on rookie mode. It's not the same as putting up 30, on intermediate and then going back and putting 30 up on all pro.
Right.
So yeah, that's a very good point, Landlord. And I got the number. He actually has already did it. His 41 wins since 2020 are the most wins by a Dallas Cowboys head coach in their first 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's more wins.
Can Mike McCarthy get a bomb for that, boss? Because that's impressive, bro. This is the Cowboys we talking about. Can he get a bomb for that?
Man, yeah, I got you.
That's more wins than Tom Landry, Jimmy Johnson.
That ain't a bomb.
I'll take it.
Hey,
that's impressive, y'all.
Will a bullet work?
That'll work. Yeah. That'll work. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's the main reason why I be on the battlefield for Mike, because I see the trend and the difference that he's brought to this football team.
I actually upgrade. He's the better woman. You know what I mean? He's the, like if you've been through all these, you've been through some trash relationships and you got one that's rubbing your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making you feel good, encouraging you.
Yeah.
The last one used to nag you. See, that's Mike McCarthy. And so I'm with you on appreciating Big Mike. I would also say this, just to answer that question, how are we different? I would say the defense is around the same, right? Which, I would say Dan Quinn plateaued. But the offense is way better, It's not just the numbers. It's way better in terms of the intelligence of the offense. You know what I mean? So like closing out games, clear communication, not throwing people under the bus, knowing to go at matchups versus systems and all that kind of stuff. managing games. I probably already said that, you know. So yeah, that's where I would say we better. I do got one more super chat, and I want to try to get on the phones just at the end.
Okay.
This is my last super chat, y'all. It is: do y'all trust this team to win 3 road games?
Absolutely not.
I do.
Not 3. It's hard to ask any team to do that. You know what I'm saying? It just is.
Is it hard? Yes. Do I trust that we can? Yes.
Even after what they showed you this year?
Hell yeah. Because you know me, I believe it's junk ass science in the first place.
Yeah.
So let me tell you
why. Don't think it's legitimate anyway.
It's not. Yeah. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying home field is not an advantage. That's what people got to understand. I'm saying that if your team is good enough and you're going against the right matchup, you still should win it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Now, this year, I don't trust this year's data because, first of all, me as well as Jay Tuck, I already said earlier that the home games are your easier games. So if you already had the foresight to see it, I'm not going to look at the data after we run through it and say, wow, we must just play better. No, we already knew we was going to play better. You know what I mean? Because of the opponents we was going against. And I think you said it yesterday, even the Jets, right? That was a game that I was like, that's going to be a hard home game because of Aaron. Then he got hurt. Then it's like, hurt. Here we go.
Yeah.
Another big advantage for Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's almost like you said earlier, Landlord, don't get too wrapped up in the success. I would also say don't get wrapped up in the failure of what we've been doing on the road.
That's fair. That's fair. The only slight pushback I give to that is we've seen teams lose to these people at home. Just like we can't say that they're not a good team, bro. Like I don't want to push that. Cause we know how fickle it is to get a win in the NFL, bro. Like we got to put more respect on these wins.
It's harder. But see,
you
like
gotta, bro.
This is why I don't go with we can't win 3 in a row. The fact that the Giants won 2 Super Bowls, 9 and 7, don't ever put Canton by this fucking team.
True. That was an anomaly type vibes though.
Twice.
They did it twice though.
Right. So is it an anomaly if they did it twice? It was more so the grit. It was more so they went in there like, man, do y'all remember how the Giants was playing these boys? Like, remember
they defensive line was so gangster.
But they was also gangster on offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, they ran up in Green Bay when they were 15-1 with Mike McCarthy and knocked them out. The fucking Giants. So there's no way that
came to Dallas and beat us too.
Right. They got lucky and beat us though.
Man, but it was all about. Man, it was.
We beat them twice that year, right? We beat them. We swept them that year, and then they came and beat us as the number 1 seed. I punched a hole through my wall that day.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's the moxie of how you play on the road. If you go into the road like we not good on the road, man, we always lose on the road, then you go lose. But if you go like, man, fuck that shit, man. We finna whoop you in your house. Like, it's to me.
Walk in your trap and take over your trap. That's what you got to be feeling like.
Trap, bro. Like, and I don't care what happened this season. Yeah, we lost some regular season games away. Fine. But we finna whoop you in your house. And that's what I want my boys thinking. And I don't want my boys thinking, we finna whoop you because we at home. I want them just, look, we just want to whoop you because we better. That's the mentality I want them to have. That's, you know. So here we go, man.
Back in it, baby, just staying in town. I'm on the edge, I ain't coming down. I get too high, I'm afraid of the ground. I'm young and I'm paid to play with these sounds. Ignoring the call, she shutting that gown. Started at the top, and I'm taking it down off the champagne. Took a break from the brown on a rampage. I've been giving it brown.
All right, man. So we gonna open up the phone lines. Y'all already know I got a haircut in 30 minutes.
But hey,
hit
I'm
that
gonna
line
walk from here anyway, because you know I gotta get back on the day job. I appreciate both of y'all boys for coming through.
Well, give us your final words then.
All right, final words: Dallas Cowboys by 1,000 this weekend. You know, but real talk though, man. I expect the Dallas Cowboys to lock in, focus, go ahead and put the kids to bed and get this dub against the Washington Commanders. You know, I expect great things from my team moving forward, and we'll worry about the playoffs when the playoffs come around, man. After we win this game, I just want y'all to sit back and think back to when we lost to the Arizona Cardinals, and think about where we're at now. There's a lot of people that jumped off the ship, hung themselves, and they tapped out on the season after we lost to the Arizona Cardinals.
Fact.
Now we're finna be the number 2 seed in the NFC with 2 home games, and listen, this is the highest seed that we have been in since 2016. If we get it, this is the highest seed that we would have been since 2016. So these are really our best chance to get it done since Dak Prescott's rookie year. So hold on to your butts. Prepare for the ride. It's going down, man.
That was Hen, bro. Hey, I want to say this before Hen leave. Hen, you one of the dopest in the space, bro. Real talk.
Facts.
Here you go. You go hard. I appreciate the hell out of you, bro. And then the main thing I like how you do, man, you speak your mind. That's what I love about you. That's what I love about Star. You don't kiss no ass to nobody, and you don't hold back your tongue on your opinions. I think people like you a treasure, man, because we can trust what you say, man. But go ahead and go to the job, bro. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate you, man, for coming through.
So we already got these calls in here now. So we gonna lock the phones and get them on in, and then I'm gonna go get fancy with my haircut. So I'm gonna lock.
Let's do it.
So here we go. All right, so Joe, you live.
Hey, what's going on, boss? What's up, Landlord?
What's up with
so
it?
I said this yesterday. The thing I'm imploring Cowboy Nation to be more vocal about, please, is we have to get on this team about mental errors.
All right.
We gotta be more vocal about that. It's too concerning.
Oh, mental errors.
Into these playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was my whole thing about Big Mike being him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about the mental errors and the details, because it's been too much in that it ain't clean yet. Just straight up. And that'll get you beat in these close games. Well said, Joe.
Facts.
Good call, bro. Joe always bring it, man.
Yep.
That was Joe, man. And Joe got a lot of heart, man. I love how he always. Oh, Henny say he in the background. Let me see.
Yeah, man. I didn't try to click off the damn thing.
What you mean?
I didn't
but
try.
But you did say you was finna go, right?
Yeah, I was finna go, but he was in the middle of talking. I accidentally clicked the damn button.
Oh. Nah,
whatever you do, we ready for it.
Yeah,
we gave you the final words. So, unless you got something else. You got something else?
Nah, man. Fuck the Commanders. That's my final word. Let's get it.
All right, yeah, man. Go to work.
All right, get a job, boys, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got one more, man. All right, Mr. Burns, you live.
Hey, what's going on, boss and landlord?
What's up with it?
What's happening?
Ain't nothing, man. I just got one question. Hey, one statement first. Man, I love the show, all the shows. Every show you do, I'm with you.
Yeah.
What is that song you playing in the background when y'all do that hymn segment?
Oh, man, listen.
But you a landlord. What's it?
Hold on. Let me see. You talking about this? Hold on real quick. You talking about that?
Okay.
Listen to it. I want to make sure you're talking about the right thing.
I can't.
Hold on. Turn it up.
You know the segment y'all be talking about, who is him?
Yeah.
You know, y'all said,
I'm really him.
Who was that rapping on that song? Whose song is that?
I can't remember, but I will put the link in the description the next time I do a show, because a lot of people be asking about our music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they be loving, like, you know, the segment music. So with me and Landlord, I do a better job of putting the music in the description so y'all can actually click on it and just vibe to it. Yeah, because we be having some real nice beats, bro. You know, that's what we do.
True.
But go ahead.
Appreciate all the content, man. And I'm with you. It's all about the details and the discipline. And we do that, we going all the way to the bowl. And me and my boys, if we going to Las Vegas and do the tailgate. That's all I got to say. Keep on pounding.
Keep on.
How about them Cowboys?
All right, because I ain't like keep on pounding, because that's the Panthers.
That's Carolina stuff.
But He finished it right, man. Good call, man. That was a good call by Mr. Burns. All right, man. You already know what it is, bro. Hold on real quick. What happened to my damn outro music? Don't you start acting up on me. Where my outro music? Where my theme music?
Building this plane wise in the
All
alley.
right, then we go do it different. We got different outro music, man. I hit the button and didn't work, so we'll do this one. So that means my outro music was gone. See, and I tested the button before we went live. It's all good. So we'll finish.
You know how it be.
Yeah, I know how it be, man. But we finna get up out of here. I'm gonna be early this time. I'm gonna get my hair cut. I feel so good about that. I've been late every time for about the last 4 weeks.
That's amazing.
For real.
You usually be late fucking messing with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be early this time. So what's your final words on Boss Land, big dog?
Man, this is one of my favorite shows. You know what I'm saying? This is a great show, a great thing we building up here, man. Here's to the new year, us getting better and building upon this where we just started. And shout out to you for the great production and all the work you put into the show, man. You know what I'm saying? It's unfair. I gotta do more because I just pull up and talk. So the people need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Boss is a mastermind behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we appreciate what you do, man. And I really enjoy doing this show, like I said. But my final thoughts on the road ahead, man, because this ain't about Washington, bro. This is not about the Commanders. This is about the Dallas Cowboys. And this is about us taking the mic off our back, actually being the team that we signed up to be. You know what I'm saying? This is the team that our fans actually deserve. This is about that. We put a lot of commitment, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money behind this football team. And I feel like it's about time for us to get that payback. You know what I'm saying? It's about time for us to spin back. And I feel like this game right here is a proper representation of that. You know what I'm saying? Every game from right now to forward is a proper representation of what this team's supposed to be. So if they fall short, I'm going to be very disappointed. You know what I'm saying? A tough loss in the playoffs, it is what it is. But right now, you got everything in front of you, man. It's time to seize the moment. We've been saying Carpe Omnia all year. That means seize everything. So that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that motto rings loud through the playoffs and our road that we got ahead, man. And I feel good about it. So, hey, man, like Hen said, lace up your boots. It's wartime, man. It's about that time. I need the biggest, the baddest Cowboy fans, the most obnoxious, be that mean, crazy Cowboy fan that can't nobody stand. Because, hey, it's about that time. We need that support right now, man. So, hey, let's strap up. Let's get it done, man. Let's go get it.
And Ms. Lockhart said, boss, I told you, start Boss Land at 10:30. You cheating us of good content. I know. She said basically started earlier so we don't have to rush to get out and we can get more content in. You right. Because this is a real dope show. And I will also echo what you said, bro, that this is one of my favorite shows easily. I think it puts together all of it. And I produce a lot of good shows, But, it's the details. It's the lower thirds, the organization. You know what I'm saying? Just the segments, just all the small details that really put a good quality show together, organized content, and knowing you could just sit down and vibe and just go. Like, we never talk about, hey, what we gonna talk about today? It was just Henny, see you at 11.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's Landlord, see you at 11. And then we come in here and we just make magic. So, man, this is what it is, man. And I would say on my final words, this is what I would say. Let's just put it all together, Dallas. I ain't going to say nothing too complicated. Show us what you've been showing all year, that you know how to finish.
Fact.